Please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning to all Parkland students and staff. I'm Mr. Snizak, Superintendent of Schools for the Parkland School District. On behalf of the Parkland Board of School Directors and our administration, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you back to begin the 2018-19 school term. I hope you all enjoyed your summer and you're looking forward with enthusiasm to this new school year. The Parkland School District has a long and distinguished history of providing high-quality educational opportunities for you, our students, and we're proud of you and your accomplishments. You continue to achieve at high levels and make significant contributions to our school community. It is our intent to deliver the very best instructional program to you on a daily basis. Our goal is to provide all students with the opportunity to excel in academics, the visual and performing arts, and athletics. Just as important as providing a well-rounded academic experience, we'll place a heavy emphasis on teaching good citizenship and character development, so you may become positive, contributing members of our school community. I look forward to working with you this school year. Let's make it our best one ever. Thank you and best wishes.
Good morning, Parkland. Today is day one in a modified B schedule, and I'm Michael Savino.
And I'm Alexis.
If you're looking for a community service opportunity, here is your chance to volunteer at the concession stand for Parkland Girls Volleyball Tournament on Saturday, September 15. 1 hour or multiple hours are available. Go to the Parkland Serve Schoology group for looking for current volunteer opportunities. Folder from the Resources tab on the left for more information.
The first general meeting for French Honor Society and the French Club will take place Monday, September 10th at 3 p.m. in C220. Homecoming preparations will be discussed. Please plan to attend.
Attention all students without IDs. Please report to the auditorium lobby this Thursday to get their ID picture taken.
Now to kick off the new school year, we have a few words from our principal, Mr. Moniz, as well as the rest of the administrative staff.
Good morning, students and staff, and welcome to the 2018-2019 school term. To our student body, today you are lucky enough to begin a one-year journey in a school recognized as being one of the top high schools in the nation. The academic, arts, athletic, and extracurricular programs at Parkland High School are truly second to none, providing you with the opportunity to live the ultimate high school experience. Our staff and administration is committed to excellence in all facets of our school, and we will assist you in any fashion as you strive to achieve your goals. Before I go any further, I'd like to review some basic expectations that I have of myself with you. As your principal, I will be a visible leader in our school. You will find me to be firm, fair, consistent, while still open and approachable. To be clear, I expect your best in all things, at all times, and will reinforce these academic and behavioral expectations if you do not comply. I am thrilled to be working with such a talented group of students and professionals and wish you all the best for an extremely rewarding school year. The administrative team and I now would like to take a few minutes to review some of the rules and procedures that will be implemented for this school year. First and foremost, maintaining a safe and secure school is a priority for each of us, and we take many proactive measures to reduce the potential for incidents. At the start of school, students will gain entrance through one of 3 areas only: the main entrance, the academics wing, or through the bus areas located on either side of the C wing. All outside doors will be locked and entrances are monitored by camera. Students are not permitted to open exterior doors for anyone, fellow students, staff members, or parents, during school hours. Being that we are all responsible for school safety, students are expected to report to staff members any unwanted persons who may be on our campus. Simply put, if you see or hear something that could endanger a student or this school, it is your responsibility to say something. All student tips pertaining to school safety issues are encouraged and will be kept confidential. In years past, our students have done an outstanding job sharing critical information with our staff, and your continuation of this excellent practice is both expected and also very much appreciated. We also appreciate South Whitehall Township's police commitment to a safe school environment here, and they are represented by School Resource Officer Tom Bammer, who you'll see here on a daily basis. Parkland is proud of our very diverse student body and the climate it expects all students to maintain so that all students are safe and secure in their learning. Please understand that speech which is divisive or destructive regarding race, color, religion, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, age, or handicap or disability will result in swift and severe disciplinary consequences. Our students overwhelmingly demonstrate exemplary behavior, but in today's political climate, it is a good time to focus on school-appropriate conversation topics and how to respond to situations where inappropriate dialogue is shared. I'd like to thank you in advance for your cooperation on this topic, as we all agree that students who feel safe and secure are most likely to be academically successful. School is supposed to be a place where students feel safe and secure, where they can count on being treated with respect. This extends into the cyber world, and students who participate in cyberbullying will face disciplinary consequences, in addition to being referred to Officer Bammer for misdemeanor charges. I hope you understand the negative aspects of cyber harassment and will work with your peers to promote appropriate behavior. Threats to the health, safety, or welfare of any member of Parkland High School community are serious and will not be tolerated. Such infractions will result in immediate suspension and could lead to possible expulsion from school. It is expected that all students will act appropriately in our cafeteria during lunch. Students are permitted to use their cell phones during lunch only for texting and other appropriate purposes. At no time should cell phones be recording any student activity in the lunchroom or lavatory. Failure to meet these basic cell phone guidelines could result in an elimination of the cell phone privilege during lunch. Now it is up to you and your classmates to see if you can handle this privilege. It is the student body's responsibility to keep the cafeteria free of unwanted garbage and food on the floors and tables. We will continue to dismiss students from lunch approximately 3 minutes early, and we expect you to remain in your seats until dismissal is announced. An area of continuous concern is student bus behavior. Understand that video cameras are recording while you are riding. It is also essential that proper conduct be adhered to at all times when traveling on our school district buses. Improper conduct places all students and passengers at risk for injury, as well as possible injuring other motorists or pedestrians. It is a privilege to ride the bus, and improper conduct on the bus will be handled swiftly and may lead to a suspension of your bus privilege as well as possible suspension from school. The administrative staff will continue using Saturday detentions as an intermediate form of discipline prior to assigning any in-school suspensions for offenses such as late to class or late to school, and also cutting class and cutting school detention. We will begin in October and run approximately every other Saturday through the conclusion of the school year. Saturday detention will be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Our goal is to reduce the number of in-school suspensions and keep you in class. The administration and faculty at Parkland High School firmly believes that your attendance in class is a critical component to your academic success. You will notice teachers and administrators supervising the hallways and directing students to your class. Your cooperation is expected and not an option. If our focus is on learning, then a huge goal is being prepared to learn, and that starts by getting to class early. Students will not be permitted to congregate in large groups, and the expectation is that you will be on time for all classes, including lunch, study hall, and phys ed. In addition, students who cut classes or skip school will face progressive disciplinary consequences and lose any privilege such as early leave, late start, or driving to school. The rules of the game have changed. Each cut class warrants a progression of disciplinary consequence listed in the student handbook. Any student who compiles 10 days of unexcused absence or 10 class cuts in a specific course may be denied academic credit. The administration of Parkland High School holds the firm opinion that school is not the appropriate place for public displays of affection between students. Such displays should remain private, and when done in public are in poor taste and do not reflect proper respect for the individuals involved. Those students not willing to cooperate with this policy will face disciplinary consequences. At Parkland High School, we operate our school day making use of one of 4 different bell schedules, which are announced on a daily basis. An A schedule for a regular school day, a B schedule for days in which we need to have a homeroom period, like today and tomorrow, and a C schedule, which we will use on early dismissal days, and a D schedule for days where we have a 2-hour delay. Please note that the daily schedule and day of the cycle will appear on the TV announcements and will also be posted daily in your classrooms. On days in which we follow an A or C schedule, students should report directly to their first period class at 7:40 a.m. At this time, you will hear the daily announcements through our news network, and at the conclusion of the announcements, which will last approximately 5 minutes, you will begin your first period academic class, and AM LCTI students will leave for LCTI. On days in which we follow a B schedule, all students should report to their assigned homerooms. After the 10-minute homeroom period, students will be dismissed to their period 1 class, and AM LCTI students will board their buses. Students may possess cell phones during the day, but they must remain off and out of sight, with the exception of lunch. Other than that, students may only use their phones before or after school hours. Texting during class, between classes, in the lavatories, or anywhere else for that matter, is strictly forbidden. If directed by the teacher, cell phones may be used for educational purposes. Students are not permitted to wear earbuds during school hours unless it is for an authorized teacher activity. Cell phones that are visible during the school day will be confiscated. Any student who refuses to turn over their cell phone to a staff member will be suspended from school for a period of 3 days. There's one cell phone issue I would like to address. If you are not feeling well, do not use your cell phone to call or text your parents and ask them to pick you up. If you are ill, report to the nursing suite to be evaluated by our staff. Students who fail to comply with this procedure will face disciplinary consequences. Other electronic devices such as iPods, MP3 players, and headphones may not be used during the school day. If these items are brought to school, they should be stored in your locker. This year, Parkland High School is very excited for its first year as a one-to-one laptop learning environment. The Lenovo laptop is your personal responsibility to use and protect as a learning tool. The laptops require you to be careful with food or drink in the cafeteria, and I strongly advise you to put your laptop in your locker prior to heading to phys ed. Your classroom teachers will have various classroom management expectations for you to strictly follow. Working together, this initiative should bring many exciting learning opportunities for you. Students who do not yet pick up their laptop should report to the library during their assigned lunch period for pickup. Moving forward, it is your responsibility to have your laptop fully charged and ready to go every day. To be extremely clear, your number one priority during the school day is to focus on succeeding in your academic and curricular activities. Our faculty, staff, and administration will be vigilant in reinforcing this focus throughout the year. To maintain this focus, our staff will supervise this building thoroughly, and your cooperation with any adult in Parkland High School will always be expected, whether in the hallway, classroom, study hall, or cafeteria. We want each of you to maximize your educational opportunity, and your cooperation with the school rules and regulations will go a long way in helping you to attain your personal goals. I expect each and every one of you to be on time, to be respectful, and to be responsible for your actions. If we do these things, we will have an outstanding school year. I wish each of you tremendous success this school year. Feel free to stop by my office if I can be of any assistance to you. Thank you, and have a great year.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Bennick, and I am the Assistant Principal for Curriculum and Instruction here at Parkland High School. As we begin our journey through another school year, please keep in mind that my priority is to help you to reach your fullest potential in all of your academic endeavors. I encourage you to make good decisions, study hard, and be the best person you can be. I know that if you follow this simple advice, your year will be filled with academic accomplishments and memorable relationships as you make your mark at Parkland High School. With that said, please keep the following in mind as we move through the 2018-2019 school year. 1, learning is the most important part of your school day. However, learning only occurs when you're in the classroom. If for some reason you do need to leave the classroom, you must have a hall pass or lavatory pass. You must also use the teacher's sign-out book when requesting to leave class or study hall. If you're going to the nurse's office, library, guidance office, main office, or athletic office, please be sure to have a pass, and also be sure to sign in these locations upon your arrival. 2, if you need to see your guidance counselor or go to the career resource room, you must schedule an appointment to do so. Appointments can be made before and after school hours. Of course, no appointment is needed to see a counselor if you are experiencing a crisis. Daily attendance is imperative in order for you to be successful in your academic studies. However, should an instance arrive where you must be late to school, please be sure to adhere to our late sign-in procedures. On most days, a late sign-in table will be set up in the rotunda for students to sign in late between 7:40 a.m. and 8:10 a.m. If the late sign-in table is not set up, or if you are coming in after 8:10 a.m., you must sign in at the attendance desk in the main office. Students who arrive late to school must have a valid parental note that explains the reason why you were late. Please note that excusing a late to school rests with the discretion of the administration, and each note will be examined and verified on an individual basis. Unexcused lates to school will result in the following consequences. 3 lates equals 1 after-school detention. 4 lates equals 2 after-school detentions. 5 lates equals 1 Saturday detention. 6 lates equals 2 Saturday detentions, and 7 or more lates will result in in-school suspension being assigned for each offense. 8 or more lates could result in 3 to 10 days of suspension from school as determined by administration. Keep in mind that lates are cumulative and include both lates to school as well as those to class. Third, finally, at Parkland High School, we value academics and set high expectations for all of our students. We also place great emphasis on academic integrity. Understand that cheating in any way, shape, or form will not be tolerated and will result in an F or a 0 for the assignment, essay, test, project, etc. Your families, assigned assistant principal, and guidance counselor will be notified in any and all cases of cheating. Cheating may also result in a student being assigned a WF or withdrawal failure with no opportunity to make up the lost credit. Students may also lose the opportunity to become or remain a part of any of our honor societies as a result of an academic integrity violation. Students and their families should carefully review our academic integrity policy located on pages 29 to 33 in the student handbook for additional information. Renowned football coach Vince Lombardi once said, "The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything. If you work hard and try your very best, you will certainly go far both this year and beyond." Thank you very much. Have a safe and productive school year, and go Trojans.
All students are required to carry their ID cards and present them when requested. All faculty and staff are required to wear their IDs at all times. Inappropriate language is not acceptable at any time, in school, during after-school activities, or anywhere on campus. Eating, drinking, or carrying open beverage containers outside the cafeteria is not permitted at any time for any reason. All cars parked at PHS must be identified with a parking tag. Parking tags are $20 and can be purchased in the main office. Cars must be parked in assigned areas within clearly defined parking spaces. Students are only allowed to park in lots A and B. Students are not allowed to park on the access road. Students must park in designated areas with white lines. The penalty for parking without a parking tag or in undesignated areas is a Saturday detention. As a reminder, the speed limit is 15 miles per hour. South Whitehall police have been given access to monitor speed. Violators may receive a ticket. Additionally, please observe all crosswalks around campus. Lastly, students may not drive behind the building during dismissal. All visitors must have prior administrative approval. Student guests, visiting relatives, and/or friends may not visit the school during the school day. Such requests will be denied. Textbooks are on loan to you and are property of the school. Students are responsible for any damage while on loan and will be fined. Students should report stolen books immediately. Failure to do so will result in the students being financially responsible for the book. Please remember that proper school attire is required at all times, but just as a reminder, tube tops, off-the-shoulder tops, spaghetti straps, strapless, halter, backless, and tank tops are not permitted. The tank top exclusion applies to gentlemen as well. Tops must cover your entire midriff section. Dresses, skirts, and shorts should cover 3/4 of the thigh. Drug and alcohol-related apparel is also strictly prohibited, along with any clothing that is obscene, profane, or vulgar. Headgear of any kind may not be worn once you enter the building. No undergarments should be visible. This includes boxer shorts, underwear, and bra straps. In the event of a dress code violation, your parents will be contacted to bring in a change of clothing. Thank you, and have a great school year.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Monahan, and I am the instructional supervisor. The Parkland School District recognizes that unusual circumstances sometimes require a student to be absent from school for a medical appointment, court appearance, an important family event, or an educational trip. While we strongly discourage making appointments during the school day, if you need to leave school, you must follow the following 5-step procedure in the days prior to your planned absence. 1. Obtain an emergency permit from the attendance office prior to the start of the school day. 2. Take the emergency permit home and have your parents complete and sign the form. 3. At least 24 hours prior to the absence or appointment, return the signed form to the attendance office in the main office. If all the necessary information and signatures are completed, the permit will be signed by the attendance office personnel and you will receive a yellow copy of the emergency permit. 4. If the permit is for partial day's absence, you must sign out at the attendance office prior to leaving the building and present your copy of the permit to the attendance secretary. 5. When you return to school, you will be required to provide official verification of the scheduled leave so that your absence will be recorded as excused. Parents or guardians requesting an early dismissal without an emergency permit will be required to sign their student out at the attendance office, provide picture ID, and must be listed on a student's emergency information record or fax or email a signed note from a parent or guardian. Thank you for giving us your attention and have a great year.
Good morning and welcome back to school. At this time, I'd like to review some policies and procedures, attendance, late start privilege, and early dismissal privilege with you. By law, you must attend school. If you are under 17 years of age, on the 4th day of a legal absence, you will be cited by the magistrate and will be fined up to $500. If you are 17 or over, in addition to the aforementioned, on the 10th day of a legal absence, you will lose credit for the entire year. Study hall is a quiet place for students to study and work. When you are in study hall, you must follow classroom rules and all teacher directions. Bring assignments that can be completed quietly and remain in your seats so you do not disturb others. You cannot leave the study hall without a pass or teacher permission. All cafeteria study hall students must stay in their assigned area. Seniors, juniors, and sophomore students are eligible for late arrival or early dismissal privileges when their study halls are aligned appropriately. This privilege will not be granted until the late arrival or early dismissal card is completed, including a parent signature. Students granted late arrival or early dismissal must have guaranteed transportation and should arrive or leave within 10 minutes prior to or after your first or last class. Students found within the building unsupervised will have this privilege revoked and will be rescheduled for study hall. Late arrival privileges may be suspended during keystone testing periods and when other school-wide events require this change. Athletes who have after-school practices should not request early dismissal. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome back. Each student has been assigned a Parkland School District locker. You are encouraged not to share your locker or its combination with anybody else. You and you alone are responsible for the contents of your locker. Study hall is a quiet place for students to study and work. When you are in study hall, you must follow the classroom rules and all teacher directives. You are expected to bring assignments that can be completed quietly and remain in your seats so you do not disturb others. You must obtain teacher permission when leaving your assigned study hall area. Students participating in after-school activities must be at their supervised area by 3:05. This includes the library, weight room, detention, or participating in a school-sponsored adult monitored club. Students not in a supervised activity must vacate the building and school district property 10 minutes after the dismissal bell. The library will close at 4:30 on regular school days, and the library will not be open on Saturdays. Thank you, and make it a great year.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2018-2019 school year. I'm looking forward to another great year working with all of you. All of you should have received a 2018-2019 student handbook. There is a lot of information in the handbook about important procedures and policies for our school, as well as the PHS Student Code of Conduct. Some important revisions made to the consequences in the Code of Conduct beginning this school year are the possibility to lose late start, early dismissal, and driving privileges if you frequently cut class, leave the building without permission, or are consistently late to class. Please review this information in the handbook carefully, as you are responsible for knowing and following the expectations it contains. Also, everyone should have received a student activities booklet for this school year. It details the many clubs and activities that we offer here at Parkland High School. Please use this as a resource to help you decide on what clubs or activities you would like to become a part of. We'll be holding a student involvement fair on Friday, September 14th for all 9th grade and new students in the auxiliary gym. This is an excellent opportunity for you to learn more about the clubs you may be interested in, and student representatives from those clubs will be there to assist you in making a decision about what club you would like to join. As a reminder, any students participating in co-curricular activities before or after school hours are permitted in supervised areas only and must be accompanied by a teacher at all times. If you use the library after school, you must remain in the library until the late activity bus arrives. Students are not permitted to be in the building unsupervised at any time. Thank you, and have a great year.
And that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching PMN on Parkland TV. I'm Alexis Pang.
And I'm Michael Savino. Have a great first day at Parkland.